Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing tonight? Welcome back, and good to see ya. Great to be here. Thanks for joining me. Let's see who we got in here. Miss Sherry, April. One moment, folks. Mikey, what's up, brother? Good to see you. PPR, Mr. Dustin, good to see you. Tomorrow's Yo Baby's birthday. All right, all right. Happy early birthday, Miss Yo Baby. I'm sure I'll get to tell you. Mrs. M, good to see you. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for joining us. Again, Dustin, thanks for being here. Mikey, brother, great to see you. Miss Sherry, Miss April, always a pleasure to have you here. Welcome back, Kim. Good to have you here. Let's see. What else do I have in the house with me here? And that's about it for right now. Good evening, Mrs. M. Thank you for joining us. Again, guys, tonight we're hitting episode number 21, the true story behind the movie Wonderland. For those of you that haven't seen it, check it out. It's a pretty good movie. I was impressed with it. Miss Kim said she's watching it as we speak, so that's good to hear. Hope you're enjoying it. Miss Heather's in the house. Good to see you, dear. Thanks for joining us. I'm sure Miss Brandy will be here soon. Mama Bear is probably going to be heading to bed, so we won't catch her. I doubt if we do, but yes, sir, I do. Are you going to be doing your stuff tonight, Dustin? Is there going to be anything live and in person tonight? What's going on, brother? Let me know. Let me know. If you are, make sure you drop me a link because I'll be heading your way. Thank you, Miss Heather. I appreciate that, my dear. On your way in, guys, please hit that like button. Leave a little DNA. Share this out to whoever you may think that would be interested. And please be sure to leave me a comment at the end of it. I appreciate that so very much. Let's see here. Again, it's great to have you all here. I do appreciate you all so very much. Okay. Let me make sure I get all the extra invites out for people that don't usually get messages. Let's see what we got here. Nope, we are merging, are working on plans for tomorrow. I leave running. Oh, okay. Alrighty then. Alright, I got that one out. Oh yeah, there are definitely a lot of good actors, actresses. It's a good movie. There's Mama Bear. Welcome. Evening, Mama Bear. Thanks for jumping in chat with us. Much appreciated. So very much. Let's see. I think I got everybody. I got Molly. Yep, yep. We'll see. It's not getting many people anymore. It's weird, but it is what it is. Let me see here. Thank you, Miss Heather. Appreciate that so very much. Guys, check out the social media accounts we got out there for the TikTok, of Facebook, and the Instagram. They're pretty cool. Check them out. See what you think. Always a pleasure sharing that with you guys. I'd love to see you guys there. Welcome, Nikki. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And again, guys, tonight we're covering the true story behind the movie Wonderland. Um, I'm not going to show you the preview on it this time because I got miffed for it last time because it plays certain music in it. So we're not going to cover that. But I think I showed you guys once before. It's an interesting story. You got to check it out. You do. It's got definitely a movie to check out. So trying to wait just a few minutes to see who else we can get in here before we get rolling. If not, we'll catch everybody up. Yeah, that's cool, Dustin. I will be there. No worries, brother. I'm not doing nothing tomorrow night, so I will be glad to help out in any way I can. For sure. For sure. You know, I'm always down for whatever we got going on over there. Okay. Let's see what we got up here.
Well, I want to give you a little heads up on today's book. This might be something that you want to send.
Come on in, everybody. Grab your popcorn and all your snacks and drinks and all that. Get comfortable and let's check this out. Come on, come on. I'll get up at 5. I won't till Wednesday night. So be it. I get it. I got my monitors figured out. I got confused on the cords because I only have one HDMI port. I need a cord to display on one end and HDMI on the other. I went through the same exact thing. I was going to ask you about that, but I thought it was just flipping uh, the one setting over. But now that makes exact sense because I had the same issue. Good. I'm glad you got that worked out. That's awesome. That's awesome. Good to know. Good to know. All right, let's see here. Derek is in the house. What's up, Miss Polly Pepper? Miss Pamela, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Good to have you here. We're falling into place, guys. Good deal. Thank you, Miss Heather. 15 beautiful people. Miss Brandy's here. Welcome, my dear. Oh, let's see. 15 beautiful people here tuning in, guys. Please leave me the DNA on the like button. Share this out to anybody you think might be interested. And please don't forget to leave me some comments at the end of the show. And just know I will be live once again tomorrow so we can finish up today's stream. Pretty good stream, I thought. I think it was very informative and there's more to know. I got my questions, some of them answered, and I have more questions after what we did. I hope you guys were into that as much as I was because it really is putting things out there. What's up, Strike? Good to see you, brother. I didn't see you this morning. Did I? No, I don't think I did. I hope you had a good weekend, bud. Thank you, Miss Heather. Again, anybody that is feeling generous enough to want to consider helping to support the channel, it would be so very much appreciated. There is Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal, folks. Please feel free. And I'll let you know I am super, super, super appreciative of you if you choose to. Good golly, we got trouble. Molly's in the house, everybody. What's up, darling Molly Cat? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us, hon. And anybody else out there that might just be kind of lurking and listening, thank you so much for joining us today. We do appreciate you so very much. Again, guys, we are jumping into episode 21, the true story behind Wonderland, the Wonderland murders. Mr. Johnny Smallpepper, what is up, brother? Thanks for listening. Good to have you here. Good to see you. Appreciate you so very much. Guys, that's another great channel. If you get a chance, check it out. Johnny Smallpepper's got a great channel. Very interesting stuff. He is part of the family over there at PPR's place, Paranormal, Professional Paranormal. Good stuff, guys. Show some love. Check it out. Jump over there, subscribe, and see what he's got to offer, because you will not be disappointed. I can promise you that. Sorry. So, what's up, Miss Nikki? What's going on, sis? How we doing tonight? What can I do for you? Hay? It's for horses. Absolutely, brother. You know it. You know it. At any time. Here's the link, folks. Check it out. It is well worth the time. Oh, hold on a minute. Awesome. Good to hear, Miss Nikki. Good to hear. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Okay, turning tornado. That's even more interesting. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, he is. Johnny's a good dude, for sure. At least he don't call me a smurf. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You know I gotta mess with you when I can. Hmm. 21 people. Looks like we're going to get to rolling, folks. Let's get this show on the road. Again, the true story behind the Wonderland murders. They took us down to the restricted access basement. We looked around and waited out. Ah, interesting. Sounds like fun. Thank you, Miss Heather dear. The catacombs. Miss Shandy Gold's in the house. Good to see you, my dear. I hope you're having a great day today. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks so much for being here, all you guys. I do appreciate you guys so very much. That's right. I am too. I am super, 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 super happy to see you guys tonight. And I do appreciate it, guys, more than you'll ever know. Where is Miss Pookie at? She's the only one I'm not seeing. Where you at, Pookie? Well, go get Pookie for us, Molly. Please, 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 if you would. She might have got wrapped up in something she was digging on. She's good for doing that. Wondering if you catch a whiff of the strong weed smell coming from the warehouse around the corner. Not me, but I gotcha. Is it that strong, huh? Thank you, Miss Heather. If you would, guys, please be sure to show a little love. Go over there and check out Professional Paranormal Research. That's Dustin's channel. It's always something fun going on over there, guys. I am a huge, huge fan and always a good part of what's going on over there when he is live, and I love it. So you guys should check it out as well, guys, because you will not be, again, disappointed. Show some love, subscribe if you haven't, and go hang out when he's live, because it's a lot of fun, folks, for real. La 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 la. Sing. Here's the thing. I could sing that all day and make fun of everything, but how do you know every word to that, bro? Because those are the exact words. Those are the exact words, bro. So, I mean, this says something to me. I mean, I bet you guys he takes baths by himself and he sings the Smurf song when he's taking his baths. I bet you. I bet you. That's why he keeps calling me Papa Smurf. It's all good. I twerk to the song, Baby Shark. Get down, Derek. Do your thing, bro. You guys are a trip. I love it. By the way, folks, we are going to be starting our movie nights here real soon. Again, it is family member access only. If you are a member of the channel, you will be watching movies with us live here via Discord. Okay, but it is for members only. So if you want to check it out, become a member. It's only $2.99 for the very lowest tier, and that's all you need to jump in there. You also get the exclusive access into the Discord. It's a lot of fun because everybody hangs out in there all day long. I think you'd like it. So come on, guys, hook it up. Become a member, if you will. That way you can hang out and watch movies with us. PW's in the house. What's up? What's up? Good to have you here, sis. Thanks for joining us. Always a good time. Always a good time. So again, guys, become a meatball. Jump into sauce with the rest of us. $2.99. You're a member and you have full access to movie nights, Discord, and all of that. Got to try it out at least once. See what you think. The movie night's going to be a blast, guys. We'll all be in here doing our thing. We can chat, talk, laugh, joke, and watch the movie all at one time. Can't beat that. A lot of fun. I absolutely. Are you talking to me, Nikki? I do absolutely. Yes, PW, you are, and you did very well last time too. He's in here tonight, believe it or not. I was surprised. But thank you for being here, PW. I appreciate you, sis. I really do. What was I gonna say? I do, Nikki, all the time. I don't know if you were talking to me or not, but da 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 da. Right. Well, we got a full crew right now. Well, for us, we do. And I guess I could kick it off. Again, guys, this is the true story behind the movie Wonderland. I'd toss one, members only. I don't know what you meant by that, hon. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm a Barbie girl living in a Barbie world, wrapped in plastic. It's fantastic. All right, break it down, Derek. All right. Again, guys, once as always, let me know how the audio is, and there he is, the monstrous Mr. John Holmes. All right, folks, let's see what this has to offer. Once again, let me know how the audio is, guys. And we're off.
Industry stars of the 1970s have in common with one of the most infamous murder scenes in the history of Los Angeles. More than you think, it turns out. Let's take a closer look at the gruesome history of the Wonderland murders. Understand what event led to the Wonderland murders, need life of John Holmes. As the New York Times puts it, Holmes was a very popular and prolific adult movie performer who became famous for his many escapades in the nascent industry in the 1970s. Though he died in 1988 at just 43 years old, his IMDb page reveals that he had no less than 231 credits as an actor. The vast majority of which were
Welcome,
porn.
Rowdy.
As Salon tells us, however, Holmes's life wasn't all roses and disrobement. Over his years of increasing fame, he developed a massive cocaine addiction, which took a toll on his professional life. His habit, which allegedly cost him as much as $1,500 per day, also started costing him job opportunities, and the producers who had been lining up to cast him eventually turned their back on him. Holmes knew why this was, too. In the middle of a scene, I would disappear for long stretches, but my coworkers knew where to find me, in the bathroom doing freebase. I became the butt of jokes, which traveled around like wildfire. To get Holmes to work, they said, you have to leave a trail of freebase from the bathroom to the bedroom. This behavior led to a huge decrease in his income, which caused him to turn to small-time crime and some very questionable company. A key person when it comes to the Wonderland murders is nightclub owner Eddie Nash. According to Salon, Nash was the kind of guy who had $1 million in cocaine stashed in his house, which he eventually went to prison for. However, that's far from the only thing authorities have suspected him of over the years. As the Los Angeles Times tells us, Nash was a fearsome nightlife magnate. And John Holmes once called him, quote, the most evil man I've ever known. However, it's worth noting that there was a time when the men's relationship was, at least on the surface, far warmer than that chilly comment implies. Per LA Weekly, Nash turned a measly hot dog stand into a massive nightclub empire that included as many as 36 locations, including hot clubs like the Paradise Ballroom. Nash was also said to be heavily involved in the drug trade that flourished in these establishments. All in all, the stories make Nash seem like the kind of guy you definitely didn't want to cross, especially if you were far more small-time than him. Unfortunately, that's exactly what the Wonderland gang did. As a surviving member of the group, David Lynn put it, the certain type of dope dealer you didn't rob was Mr. Nash. It was obvious from the time we got in the house that we were over our heads. The exact circumstances of the first meeting between John Holmes and Eddie Nash are unclear, but as LA Weekly tells us, the two soon became close enough that Nash was known to refer to Holmes as his brother. According to Salon, the pair may simply have been impressed with each other's respective lines of work and the similar reputation they shared. Bill Margold, who knew them both, said there was an interest on Holmes's part toward Nash for the drug culture and an interest from Nash toward Holmes for the adult entertainment fast lane lifestyle. Nash was about as mysterious as Holmes, and I think that mutual mystery attracted them to each other. Regardless of how the pair originally became close, Holmes was clearly aware of how dangerous Nash was, and even warned a female acquaintance, Don Schiller, that the nightclub owner could make people disappear. The relationship between the magnate and the porn star was also pretty clearly skewed in the former's favor, thanks to Nash's power and access to drugs and Holmes's relative destitution and drug addiction. As a result, Holmes did some pretty unsavory things to keep in Nash's good graces. The Wonderland murders have many names, but arguably the catchiest one is based on the victims of the crime, the so-called Wonderland Gang. According to Salon, they were a loose collective of drug dealers, evidently named after their base of operations on 8763 Wonderland Avenue. John Holmes reportedly fell in with the Wonderland Gang because of his own drug habit. They were almost certainly not his first choice of company, seeing as the Globe and Mail tells us that the gang was extremely small-time. However, beggars can't be choosers. Holmes was in serious debt, and pretty much no one would sell him drugs anymore, so he had to work in whatever circles he still had access to. As the Los Angeles Times tells us, at least one witness in the court proceedings around the Wonderland murders later said that the gang was affiliated with Eddie Nash through Holmes. As the waning adult industry superstar was on good terms with Nash, he became a courier of sorts between the parties. The Wonderland gang stole stuff, and Holmes took it to Nash's place and traded the haul for drugs. If things would have stayed that way, the story might have ended very differently. Unfortunately, on June 29, 1981, things took a turn for the worse. According to UPI, the road to the Wonderland murders was paved with bad intentions. John Holmes was involved with both the small-time Wonderland gang and the considerably wealthier Eddie Nash. And as prosecutor Ron Cohen put it, the adult entertainment star eventually noted, quote, Eddie Nash was ripe for robbery. Though Holmes presumably didn't take part in the actual robbery, he was allegedly instrumental in the plot and purposefully left a door at Nash's house open in order to allow the Wonderland gang to enter. The gang's haul consisted of drugs, jewelry, and cash, and its value ranges from Cohen's estimate of $10,000 to the $1 million reported by LA Weekly. However, possibly the thing that sealed the gang's fate was the sheer humiliation they caused Nash. The robbers surprised the nightclub owner and his bodyguard, who received a minor gunshot wound in the process. Reportedly, Nash was terrified and certain that he died. Prosecutor Cohen later described the situation. Eddie Nash.
Hello, Mrs. B. Good to see you. We've missed you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. Much appreciated. All right, PW, no worries.
Fell to his knees. He humiliated himself by asking permission to say his prayers. From the robbery on to the actual murders, the law has never officially been able to make sense of things. However, as the story goes, the Wonderland gang's robbery went well and Holmes had his share of the haul. But as Salon tells us, the group's luck was about to turn. Nash soon figured out who robbed him, and it didn't take long to find out that Holmes had been the thieves' inside man. As LA Weekly notes, Holmes had connections and debts to both Nash and the Wonderland crew, and was the only individual connecting both parties. Per UPI, the authorities certainly thought that Nash subsequently forced Holmes to set up the murders as revenge, and there is some evidence that the porn star himself was present at the scene when the crime took place. As the Los Angeles Times tells us, on July 1st, 1981, the killer or killers stepped into the Wonderland gang's den without any sign of breaking and entering. The events that followed occurred just 40 hours after Nash was robbed, and they were hardly muted. One neighbor woke to the screams of a man who was begging for his life. 4 people died in the attack: William Devereaux, Ronald Lanius, Joy Miller, and Barbara Richardson. There was also one survivor, Susan Lanius, whose moans alerted a passerby a few hours after the incident. However, the injuries she suffered in the incident caused lasting brain damage. The police were quick to connect John Holmes to the gruesome murder scene. This was presumably aided by the fact that, according to UPI, they discovered his palm prints near one of the victims, which was a pretty clear insinuation that he had been present at the scene. According to LA Weekly, the police were just one of Holmes's problems at this point. He had a history as a police informant during his days as a porn star, happily snitching on industry people he didn't get along with to a Vice Squad connection. It is possible that the combination of this reputation and the mess he found himself in caused a surprising amount of people to go after his head. Holmes's girlfriend, Dawn Schiller, said, "We were told that Eddie's was only one of the contracts out on John. There were all these mysterious other people John was about to rat on. People were afraid he was going to inform." The Wonderland murders remain unsolved to this day. Though, as Salon points out, it's not because people don't know who did them. It's just because there's been no official conviction. In fact, as the Los Angeles Times tells us, the police have considered the case essentially solved for quite a while, even though it never closed in court. Lead investigator Detective Tom Lang stated in 1988, "There is no mystery because we know who is involved and we know why, but we have a certain set of rules to follow that the people who go out and perpetrate crimes don't." Per LA Weekly, John Holmes was the first to stand trial in 1981, but he was acquitted in 1982. The only jail time he received for the case were the 111 days for contempt of court, because he refused to answer the grand jury's questions until Eddie Nash was locked up for an unrelated narcotics charge. As for Nash, he went to court for the murders in 1990, but a single dissenting juror caused a hung jury and a mistrial. A second attempt in 1991 acquitted him entirely. According to LAPD Online, he didn't get away entirely scot-free. In 2001, Nash pled guilty to a number of racketeering charges that effectively proved that he was involved in planning the murders and threatened and bribed witnesses and a juror. For this, he served a whopping 1 year in prison. Though John Holmes was acquitted of the Wonderland murders himself, his connection to them has long been fairly clear.
He got a whole year, guys. And for those of you that don't know who John Holmes is, I'll explain that here after this. You might be surprised, but I will definitely explain it once we get through this part of it.
According to Los Angeles Times, the authorities believe he was an active party, and the porn star himself told a biographer that he was forced to witness the murders while one of the culprits was threatening him with a gun. Arguably, the most interesting version of the story comes from John Holmes' wife, Sharon, who says that the broken man told her the real story a few weeks after the incident. According to her, her crying husband revealed that the actual crime was committed by 3 thugs, and he was forced to lead them to the site and stand by as the events transpired. While John didn't actually reveal the names of the culprits, he said that he knew them. Some have called Sharon Holmes' account into question and noted that John was such a notorious liar that he simply couldn't be trusted. However, if true, this alleged confession offers a lot of insight into the terrifying events. As a high-profile bloody murder case right at the edge of Tinseltown, it's no surprise that the Wonderland murders have made their mark on pop culture, especially because the case involved a celebrity of sorts. A 2003 crime drama based on the events was even made, titled Wonderland, clips of which you have seen scattered throughout this video. It has some considerable star power behind it, with Val Kilmer as John Holmes, Kate Bosworth as Dawn Schiller, and Dylan McDermott as surviving Wonderland gang member David Lynn. Character actor Eric Bogosian takes on the role of the ruthless Eddie Nash. However, you might be more familiar with the fictionalized version of the story. Paul Thomas Anderson's 1997 drama Boogie Nights tells the story of a Holmes-esque character called Dirk Diggler, whose downfall involves a creepy encounter with a shady drug dealer called Rahad Jackson. Per Salon, Jackson's character was heavily influenced by Nash, even though the story plays out slightly differently and the entire situation is resolved at the robbery stage. Anderson has actually stated that a Rolling Stone article about Holmes and the Wonderland murders was a major influence on this particular plot point. Anderson said, "There was this great Rolling Stone article, and I remember the description of this guy Eddie Nash in Speedos and the sheen of sweat on his body." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more grunge videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.
All right. Well, there's that part of that. A little bit quick there, but that is part of it.
Look at one of the most famous adult industry stars of the...
One moment, everybody. I don't like those when they go through real quick like that. I don't like it at all. more here. A little bit, folks. Pookie says my daughter saw that movie. She hated the Dirk Diggler one. Was it Studio? No, not Studio 54. Boogie Nights. Yes. Yup, yup. All right, guys. Get this set up here for you. Uno momento, everybody. 1 second. I'm sorry. Where is it? Where is it? Once again, I need to offload some of my download stuff. For sure. All right. Welcome, Miss Star. Thanks for joining us tonight, huh? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Very much appreciated. All right. I'm going to give you a little look-see at the... 1 second. Not cooperating with me tonight. Rather watch Natural Born Killers, Boondock Saints, The Doors, 90s Rush with Jason Patrick, Jimmy David. Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. All right. All right, guys, here is the Wonderland house. Every time. Never fails. 1 second, folks. Sorry. This was Eddie Nash's house. The person that supposedly set. Well, you guys get the drift, especially if you've seen the movie. But this is the guy that he supposedly went after and robbed, and so on and so forth. Allegedly, because once again, this case is actually not really even solved yet, folks. Believe that or not, it's been that long. Let me see. Let me know how the what's that transporter audio is, folks. Let me know.
According to most published sources, it was July 1st, 1981. Eddie Nash ordered the murder of the Wonderland gang. The 4 of them were killed. They intended to kill 5, but 1 victim lived. John Holmes was directly involved. We're in front of the house right now, and we're going in.
Now moving up the stairs in a northwesterly direction to the front entrance of the residence.
This is the room where the first victim was found.
The first level living room area wherein victim number 1 was found.
The sofa was against this wall, and the victim was standing in front of the sofa here, and sort of facing this wall.
Victim's one's head is facing in a southerly direction. The body is partially covered by a pink and white checkered spread, covering the lower buttocks and down across the feet.
That appear to be splatter marks. South wall, and proceeding behind the stereo speaker, the throw pillow on the south end of the couch has a large blood stain, not a spatter, just east of the door.
This is terrible.
Has what appears to be bloody transfers, some form of smear or scrape on one side of the pillar, the side facing in toward the living room.
And once again, guys, this was, yeah, I just thought of that. Yeah, I need triggers. Need triggers. Thank you, Miss Nikki, for I was thinking about it, but anyway, guys, sorry. Yeah, I gotcha. There's definitely going to be some sensitive content in this, guys. I wasn't thinking. If anything would be uncomfortable for anybody, guys, please feel free to step away. But this is some stuff. I didn't get a chance to blur anything, so some of this stuff I may have to roll through quick, so on and so forth. But either way, this was a really, really horrific scene, folks. Okay. And it once again was all over money and drugs. The bane of humanity, folks. Oh yeah. This is actual crime footage, folks. So, and it's spread out through this whole thing in pieces and parts. So I'll try to catch it if I can, if it bugs anybody. I just wanted to give you guys the true deal. But yeah, trigger warnings. Keep your head up. It was. I mean, first of all, think about it, guys. This is Los Angeles in the early 80s. Everything was hot in the 80s in LA. This is like a party pad and a half, and this is what it was. The Wonderland gang, that's what they were, guys. They were partiers. One of them ended up being a super famous adult film star. You know what I mean? So yeah, really, really, really cool. And there's people that live there now. Another show that I watch, the Grimm Collective. I love watching his stuff. He tried to go up there and film it one time, and the lady that lives there came out and ran him off because she's probably had, I don't know how many people up there looking at it, filming it, so on and so forth. Thank you, Star. That's perfect, hon. Thank you so very much for that. They not anymore. I bet you they don't anymore. I'm sure that whole house has been redone completely, guys. I mean, it was bad. It was just as bad. Nikki was right earlier when she said this is a lot like the Idaho 4 case, guys. It really is. As far as the scene itself, okay. Not per se the what motive would be, but then again, we don't know. It very well could be. Um, it very well could be. So
Westerly direction. And we're now turning towards the north, entering into the dinette area where the kitchen is located. There is some evidence of ransacking in the dinette.
there she is. Pink's in the house. What's up, sis? Thanks for joining us. It couldn't have been any more wild. Nobody is more wild than the Meatball Gang, guys, especially when we're in the sauce. Nobody can touch us, so forget about it. It's a fugazi.
Area. The refrigerator door is ajar. There is a wooden chair between the kitchen and kitchenette. There's the north.
Yeah, sorry about that, Star.
Where victim number 2 is located.
Upstairs from the dinette, the northwest bedroom, where Ron Launius and Susan Launius were found on the floor. She was the one that was found alive, but it was a bad room right here.
Okay, entering the northwest bedroom. There are 5 steps going in a northerly direction. There is evidence of ransacking in this room.
The victim that survived was found right here. She was, they called her victim number 5. Susan was her name. And she was taken from the hospital. She's still alive. The other victim that was in this room was on a bed that was laying right here.
As we move to the south in a southerly direction, we have victim number 2 lying in bed, head in a southeasterly direction, apparent wounds to the head. There is evidence of ransacking to the nightstand just to the east of victim 2.
Ron Launius was the one who was in bed. Susan was on the floor. And also, this was the bed where they found a bloody palm print of John Holmes on the bed, implicating him that he was involved.
The bathroom is located off of the southeast portion of the room. The light was on. The cold water faucet is also on in the bathroom. We are moving in a westerly direction. Blood is evident on both sides of the stairwell.
What are we talking about over here? Well, probably. I mean, if we were all in our 20s, the Meatball Gang would probably be just as crazy as this group was, or maybe a little bit. Well, I know I was back in the day, so who knows? But she's right. Wonderland Gang was a bit wilder than we are at this point in our lives. I'll be honest with you, it's a fact. So.
Those trash down there, they came up here. There was actually, these were carpeted stairs at the time, and they ransacked a lot of dresser drawers. There was just socks. There was 2 socks like right here that they had to step over, and then they went upstairs.
I agree with that one, Cam. Not you, but me.
Numerous socks located on the steps as well as drawers. The hall light is on. We're now pointed in a southerly direction. There is evidence of ransacking on these steps. We're moving up towards the 3rd level bedroom. There are blood smears on the southernmost door. There is extensive evidence of ransacking in this bedroom. Entering the room where we find the victims.
I met 2 of them, Rowdy. Actually, 3 of them. I met 3 of them, actually, at some point. So, yes. All right, PW, no worries, man. Thank you. We'll be here. Take your time. Yeah, I met 3 adult film stores in my life. One of them I was very fond of. The other two I just met because the other one was available. So I can tell you that story after the fact if you want to know about it. If not, don't worry about it. One moment, folks. Moving on. Nah, can't wait till the time discuss parallels. Dago, what's up, Rowdy? Breaking news: Dago does doubt. I don't know about that. I mean, I have 7 kids, guys, so I was good at something at least. Just kidding, just kidding.
3 and 4. Victim 3 was lying on the king-size bed in a supine position. The
From this photograph was laying here.
hanging towards the south, we have victim number 4, located in a partial.
Good Lord.
But there was so much going on in this house that the neighbors heard screaming. I just figured it was fucking drug dealers again. So they called the police. The next day, there was a mover moving in somebody in the next door, either that way or this way, obviously this next door, and heard someone moaning from that bedroom below, I believe, and called the police. 12 hours after they left is when the police were called. So that woman, Susan, was, I guess she had such bad head injuries, but
12 hours, guys. 12. And again, this is almost like what went on in Idaho, guys. I mean, it wasn't 12 hours there, but I mean, the scene and the scenario, however you want to say it, not the motive, but the scenario, it kind of fits. But again, we don't know motive. I mean, I said this was drugs and money. We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
But her skull caved in to such a degree that it actually saved her life because it made the blood coagulate, and she would have bled out had it not been crushed in a certain way. But it's just amazing that those things happen, and it's such a quiet area, and there's houses literally 5 feet this way and 5 feet the other way, and nobody called the cops.
Yeah, definitely 40 years. It's not as shocking, right? But it's still pretty damn, Nikki, trigger warning. Nikki is offensive AF. Anyone who doesn't speak Asperger's be advised. Seek shelter in normal conversation until otherwise. Shut up, Nikki. Oh yeah, Star. It was insane. Like I said, it kind of reminds me a bit of the Idaho 4 scenario. Based on how the scene turned out, and it was horrific, guys. It was horrific. Quite a few people, and this was all over drugs and money, folks. Drugs and money. And all people in our society, or you wouldn't have put it up there. So, all right, let's see. Love you as well, my dear. Again, guys, anybody that would be interested in supporting the channel and or myself, please feel free. I would much appreciate it. It would definitely help us out here. And there are the links to my Venmo, PayPal, and my Cash App. If you would like to want to do that, I do appreciate you so very much. Thank you once again. It's all drugs and money, Star. 100%. And power. Don't forget that. Drugs, money, and power, which all three of them are what they are. They all three roll together. All right, let's see. Let me give you this next piece here. Again, this one's hard. This is one of those ones because this was bad, and I already messed up a bit by showing you some of that picture there. But it is what it is. You guys, I can't tell it to you without telling it to you, if you know what I'm trying to say. So, all right, let me see if I can get this up here for you. Un momento. Uno momento. I'm sorry, everything's taking so long to load, folks. I apologize. My apologies. My apologies. I sure didn't, Miss Heather. Other than hi, hello, and I'm glad you're here earlier. That is all, my darling. That is all. Where is it? Damn it. Sorry, folks. I hate struggling with these things. We're getting there, guys. I guess I didn't have it downloaded the correct way, so my apologies. Okay. Well, this is one interview I have for you guys. This is Mr. John Holmes' interview from 1980. So, this is the king of adult film back then. Okay. For a reason. And I'll explain it if you want. Otherwise, I ain't going to talk about it. But that's up to you guys. If you don't already know it, of course. All right, Mr. Holmes, let's do this. And of course, he passed on not too long after. A lot of in the early 80s, guys. A lot of adult film stores had contracted certain things. There's a few I looked it up before that had passed on due to HIV and the AIDS virus because they didn't know what it was and what they were doing. You know, it made it kind of a rough deal. Kim said nope, and that's fine with me, my dear. Absolutely fine with me. Yes, Miss Kim, it was so cute this morning. It was hilarious. She was like, I was explaining the story, and she's like, "Are we gonna be watching a porn?" I said, No. But it was hilarious, Kim. I love you. It was great. Miss Lena, good to see you, darling. Thanks for joining us tonight. Please explain. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll let you watch the interview, and if you still don't get it by then I'll explain it. Okay? All right, here we go, guys.
Okay.
That is absolutely correct. All right, Johnny, no problem. You have a great night, brother. Thank you for even stopping by. I appreciate you. Again, guys, if you get a chance, go check out Johnny Small Pepper's channel. He's got some great stuff going on over there. Show a little bit of love. He's a friend, part of the family now. Got to show the love, guys. All right, here we are. Sorry, guys. I am so so technically screwed up tonight. My problem. My apologies. I mean, sorry for all this technical issue. All right.
John, I'm going to ask you some questions. You try to be serious.
Yeah, get him, man. Okay, serious. All right. Yes, do you have a question? This is not my fault.
Good to see you, CC. Welcome, Kat. Good to have you here, hon. Thanks for joining us.
It would be about something different than my life. People wouldn't come and see me. No, I'm teasing you.
Okay, wait a minute. I'll be serious. Quit it. We can't do this.
Yes.
I understand you're difficult to work with, that you throw temper tantrums and that you're an asshole.
Yes. Yes, that's true. I mean, if you're going to do it all the way. I'm not temperamental.
You know what, Kim? He is in his own. And here's the thing: I've watched a couple different interviews with him, and other people talk about him. Okay, so Lena already knows. Then okay, Lena, you're a trip. That's great. I love it. He's very well endowed. That's why he's such a star, or was. Obviously not because of his looks, because in my opinion, I mean, I'm definitely not into guys, but this is not an attractive looking guy. Okay. Yeah, okay, Nikki. Whatever that is, hun, that's your business. That's up to you. So that's why he was so popular and so well world renowned for whatever it is. What it is, you know what I mean? I don't care, but he's not an attractive dude. You know, he's real skinny, lanky, tall, beanpole. Like, I mean, look at him, guys. Come on. So that's what got him. Same with, there was another guy that was in the adult film industry, who's now in prison. Believe it or not, the irony of it, for SAing multiple people, Mr. Ron Jeremy. Another one that looks like he crawled out of somebody's ass. He's nothing to look at either. He looks like a wolf man. I mean, these guys, I just don't get it. I don't get it, but I don't have to. So yeah, he was very well endowed, and that's why he became such a popular person. Yeah, Pookie, there's multiple stories. Yep, that is a fact. I don't know if he's going to say anything, so I'm going to kind of leave it up to him. But if not, if there's questions, I can answer them later.
I can't paint, and I can't draw, and I can't sculpt. So I have to have some outlet for my fake artistic qualities.
No, I saw a painting that you did this afternoon. It was very good. You were only 5 years old.
Thank you. Of course, that was the site of a house. It's burned down now.
What about your bathroom fetish?
What about it?
Yeah. Why do you stay in the bathroom for 5 hours at a time on set?
I don't know. It's a shitty habit. I've got. I don't have a habit of doing that. Sometimes I hide in other places so that they can't find me. But usually the bathroom is the only place with a lock on the door. You can't read your own writing, huh?
Do you think anybody hates you?
Just those who know me. Don't shake. You're laughing at the camera.
Do you always come on time?
Stop that. No, I am incessantly late, habitually tardy.
I'm talking about during filming.
On time, come, you and me. Yes. On time, yes.
Do you like women?
Frequently.
What kind of women do you like, really?
Round ones.
Oh, I gotta get one. Okay, now we're serious. Now we can.
Then we get to the meat of the
now,
matter.
I'd like to know, what do you call yourself? A whore, a hooker, or a gigolo, or something along that line?
What do I call myself?
I mean,
Whore, hooker, gigolo. Oh, excuse me.
Besides the fact
Slap
that
my
you're a
lavalier.
porno star,
Huh?
you also on the side at home and stuff.
On the back,
Pull
on
tricks.
front, side, yeah, all different
You
positions.
also pull tricks.
Tricks are for kids.
Do you pull tricks on the side?
Yes, I do. And on my
When you're
back.
doing this on film?
Yes, I do.
Do you pay a lot of money to do this?
Yes, I do.
Don't you think that's amazing?
No, I think it's
I mean, you're pretty shitty in bed from what I've observed.
Is this going to be on? Is this going to be edited out or what?
Yeah, we're gonna edit it,
Yeah,
don't worry.
sure, right. See that on film. I think this is completely
I'm
spontaneous.
asking you this because
Yeah, well, understand that this man was perpetually on cocaine all day, every day, anytime he was talking, moving, breathing, awake, on cocaine. Probably while sleeping as well. So yeah. Well, she's sounds pretty goofy to me, but yeah, this is the only interview I could find that was, you know, kind of, how can I put it, remotely normal, I guess. The rest of it was nothing but talking to him about adult film stuff. So I'm trying to, yeah, I think he is too, Heather. He always was. They said that this man was never not on cocaine. I mean, can you imagine that? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Come on. I did 6 pages of notes researching this without seeing his little credit for my integrity. I mean, I guess so. That's pretty good, Nikki. Pretty good.
I never did this, and I already told you that.
Okay.
I'm asking you questions about when you're a whore.
Kim, really?
All that.
Gigolo. Slut.
How do you approach it?
Frontally, basically.
What do you do with the girl? Or do you do boys?
Could we get an interviewer with more experience?
No, okay, I'll ask you a direct question. When you go onto a date and you're taking out a lady and she's going to pay you money.
Yes.
Where do you take her? What do you do with her? How do you act? Do you ever go out in public and you get recognized and they ignore her? And what does she say?
Where do I take her? I take her as far as I can. I act like a fool.
Do you take her anywhere? I mean, maybe you just say.
No, I take her to dinner. I take her dancing. I take whatever she happens to be into. It's what I happen to go along with. If she likes disco, we disco. She likes punk rock. I don't.
Yeah, that's an understatement too, Heather. It was actually, they said it could have been up to more than 1,500 a day. But yeah, that's insanity. Sorry. And like I said, he's just goofy, and anything in here that may be offensive, guys, the trigger warning's up there. I'm sorry. Like I said, I tried to find a normal interview with him where they didn't talk about anything adult film wise, but it's almost impossible. So
Take her out.
She
likes
museums. I can strut. And
Do you just go there?
I've been known to.
exactly, Heather. Or Pookie, sorry.
Yeah.
I have frequently. Oh.
Okay, I'll pursue a different line.
And for those of you that don't know this, okay, he not only was he an adult film star, but he was basically a male prostitute too. Okay, and as he's talking about, he turned tricks and did this and did that and made a lot of money. But I got you, Heather. But at the same time, I mean, it's nothing to have. He didn't have a life to be proud of. Come on, the money he made, sure, but look what he did to make that money, and look what he was involved in making that money. So I mean, this is what. Well, let me let this play, and then I'll explain it if he doesn't talk about it.
A lot of people would like to know, this is your house.
This is my house.
Very close, Kim. Very close.
How I get started in films?
Were you just wandering around the street?
No, I was starving to death. I was going to architectural college and
Architectural college?
studying structures and such, and starving to death. I only had to quit. I couldn't find a place to park, but during the interim period, I had a girl next door to me, and she asked me if I would like to make $100. Whereupon I wanted to know who I had to kill, but I was willing to kill anyway. $100 is a lot of money, and so she said it was for porno film, and I said no, of course not. Governor of the state can't make porno films.
John, I have to interrupt you here.
Yes.
What I'm trying to get at is,
I made a stag film
When
with
you
the
were a
girl who was a
child.
prostitute next door to me in my apartment building.
and you got into the boys' locker room.
I mean, I snuck through from the girls' side the first time I'd ever been in the boys' locker room.
And you went into the locker room, and you all have to like strip down and stuff. Were you unusually large at the time?
Very,
Yeah, there was a lot of
very true, Pookie.
And
What did kids think?
that I was larger than their fathers.
Really?
Oh, please help me. Couldn't we go by a script?
No, this is spontaneous.
Oh,
I don't care if I waste this film. I'll throw it out if there's nothing in it for me,
Okay.
like that tape you did for me the other night.
Okay.
The home tape. No, I'm real curious to know personally, what happened when you were a kid and everybody saw that you had this big piece of meat there and they didn't have it? Weren't they jealous?
Some were, some weren't. Yes.
Did they? Then it wasn't. Then it was an obvious thing. How
It was obvious since I'd been dropping it in the toilet since I was 4.
did you think it was weird?
It was cold.
Did your parents have to help you?
No, I usually drug it out by myself. Are we talking about 2 different things here?
It doesn't matter because I'll put it all together.
I
It doesn't
figured
matter
that.
what you got. What I'm trying to figure out
Are
is
you sure I'm getting paid for this?
yes.
Okay.
What I'm trying to figure out is when you were a kid, what the other kids at school thought of you. I mean, did girls hear about you and want to fuck you, or
They did, yes.
did they come try to fuck you? Or
They did,
try
yeah,
to stay
yes,
away?
frequently.
Wait, when I did an interview on the street, nobody wanted to fuck you because you were too big.
Yeah.
Shit, what's that line you were gonna use?
Oh, the one we made on the way. Yeah, you said that about the girl who you interviewed who said, what did she say?
She said she would faint.
Oh, yeah, oh yes. The girls faint?
Do girls faint when they see this?
They don't actually faint to the point that they fall down and hit their head. Usually they just faint halfway, like falling to their knees. Camera's shaking.
I wish you would stop smiling. It's just
Do you have any kids?
gross, creepy.
Kids? No, I like horses.
I understand you like dogs also.
I like dogs, yes.
What kind of dogs?
Bow wow types, and kind of bark and bite and things.
Okay, let's talk about your personal. sex
Boston
life.
Bull Terrier. I like Dachshunds, Chihuahuas, Great Danes, Labrador. I like all kinds of dogs. Cats.
Do you
I like
have
cats.
dogs in your mansion here?
No. The producer and the interviewers.
Okay, wait. Let's go back to the beginning.
Okay.
When you started out, I understand that you were hanging around the set. You were a grip or a gaffer or something like that.
I did everything. Rip.
And then
Gaffer,
all of a sudden,
gopher.
one day they needed an insert shot, and they said, "Help us." And Sean raised his hand.
No. That's absolutely. I never did that.
Well, what did you do?
I literally made a stag film with my next door neighbor for $100.
Really?
Yes. She asked me if I wanted to make $100. She knew someone who wanted to make a stag film and wanted somebody overtly large in personality.
How did they know you were large?
She had borrowed things from me like cups of sugar, pieces of ass, and things. And word got around.
So then, anyways, you went on.
Is that a run out yet? Or...
No.
Hold it. Let's cut for a second. Mark it. Okay.
Okay, John. Now, what I'm getting back to is about how you get started.
Which
Did
is
you ever
still-
think you would be famous? Or
I still don't think
you
I'm going to
think
be
you're
famous.
now? You are famous.
I'm not
I
famous.
did an interview on the street. You were famous. Everybody knew you.
Everybody?
Yes, almost everybody that.
Mark it. Okay.
Okay, John. Now, what I'm getting back to is about how you get started.
Which
Did
is
you ever
still-
think you would be famous? Or
I still don't think
you
I'm going to be
think you're
famous.
Now? You are famous.
I'm not
I
famous.
did an interview on the street. You were famous. Everybody knew you.
Everybody?
Yes, almost everybody that we talked to.
Almost is not a household name. Who didn't know me?
A few
I
people.
want their name.
A couple of your old tricks, they didn't know you. But did you ever think that would happen to you?
Probably.
And especially over such an unusual thing.
What's unusual? Everybody's got one. Well, at least half the people I know.
Not even a little bit, Kim. You're absolutely right.
I got one.
Did your brothers and sisters have things that were that big?
I don't have any. Brothers.
You had none?
No.
I thought you had some.
Nope, no brothers, no sisters.
Are you lying?
No.
Well, there's a rumor around that you had a couple of brothers.
God, you know, if all the rumors that were spread about me were true, it would wear to a nubbin.
Do you have image problems, like behavior problems?
Another thing about him too that was proven, that was one of his traits, was that he was a the word is he was a very bad liar. Okay, pathological liar. That he couldn't even help himself, that he couldn't tell the truth about things if he wanted to. It was that bad. Everything he talked about was a lie in some form or another, is what he was, what I read about it. It's pretty crazy, guys. This dude he was a mess in a lot of ways. Okay. All right, moving on.
I've been housebroken for years.
When you go out in public, sometimes you don't want to act that way. You have to act macho.
I never act macho.
Never?
No.
Don't you use that as a
No,
strategy for tricks?
Strategy?
Yeah.
No, I go for the ones who like feminine guys. Everything in life is an act. Everything.
Do you
It's
like the
the
acting
performance
that you
that
do
counts.
on stage, and do you feel that
I
is
like stage
part-
acting better than camera acting. I apologize, but I do like stage acting much better.
I'm talking about when you're acting in a movie. Do you act
On stage
yourself,
in a movie?
or are you actually enjoying what you're doing?
Yes,
Why do you make such monkey faces when you're coming?
because when monkeys come, they make faces. I just learned to mimic monkeys.
Yeah, but you're
They're not
talking.
monkey faces. They are faces of ecstasy.
Why do you do this?
Because it's better than just going.
Is that how you do it when you're at home?
I don't come at home.
Why not?
It's because I'm not getting paid.
That's awful. What about your old lady?
I don't have one.
You know?
I have bunches of them.
It looks like
Yeah, I've
it,
heard
Mike.
about them. You have several.
1,000
Where do they live?
all over the place.
Do you like
Yes.
do you take drugs?
No.
Never?
They take me. No, I don't take drugs. I don't even like aspirins. I am a kind of a healthy person. I don't
You're
need
into health?
drugs.
Are you vegetarian?
No. I'm not a vegetarian, but I'm just basically healthy. Therefore, I don't need drugs. I'm not the sick type of person. Mentally, possibly. I cannot go on yet.
No, I'm not done yet. You just calm down and try to read my notes. Do you ever get bored on the set? And if you do, what do you do?
I never get bored on the set. Bored on the set. Excuse me.
Are you rich?
Am I rich in experiences?
No, are you rich in
Monetary.
No, you have a nice house here.
Okay, it looks quite a bit like a studio on that side of my house. This side it looks great.
What kind of car do you drive? A lot of people want to know.
A lot of people's cars. No, I have a 1954 Ford Fairlane convertible with lots of dents in it.
If you could say anything to your fans, what would you say?
Save your money. Go back to the radio.
On. They're not gonna like that.
Sure they are.
I've seen you
Where did you
gamble.
get this
I
one?
want to know about gambling. I've seen you gamble.
Go to
You have
Vegas. What do I look
incredible
like,
luck.
an expert?
You have incredible luck when you're gambling, and I'd like to know how you explain it.
It's some people are good at being lovers. Some people are good at being gamblers.
And you're good at being
Good in bed, bad at the tables, vice versa.
No, you're very good at the table.
That's what I said.
Do you produce and direct your own film?
Yes, I don't.
No, you do, don't
Yes,
you?
I do.
Yes. What kind of movies do you direct?
All types of fun. Anything that I'm contracted to shoot,
Do you
produce,
you
direct.
invest into yourself?
Yes, I do. I do industrial films, donut machinery. It's religious films, travelogues,
Religious?
any type of film.
Religious films?
Yes, travelogues, any type of film that can be put down on celluloid, I'll shoot it.
A lot of people also would like to know what happened to the ring that you used to wear.
Oh, I wore a ring for it's in my safety deposit box.
Oh.
I take it out only it's insured.
Do you carry a weapon? I hate to ask a loaded question.
No, I don't carry a weapon.
But don't people sometimes try to attack you?
I frequently, yeah, but I don't need a weapon to ward them off.
No, I understand that
Sense of
sometimes,
humor is invaluable.
sometimes people try to beat you up on the street because you make pornography.
I don't think it's because I make pornography and they don't like pornography. I think it's because of another reason.
What?
It's like they show my movies at their house and their old lady gets turned on to them and it pisses them off. No, I'm serious. I've been attacked a few times, and they've been screaming tirades of how pissed.
That is true. The one article I was reading, they showed police reports of multiple times that he had been attacked. He didn't even file reports on all of them, that he had been attacked by husbands of women who had a thing for him because of his endowment and who he was. These men would get angry and flip out and go after him because of it, because their wives or girlfriends were interested in him. And it's like, okay. When I first heard that the first time, I'm like, that's, come on. But it happened. It did. And at some point he said that he just didn't even continue filing police reports because it didn't do anything. So it was just like, whatever. You know what I mean? One time he got jumped by 4 or 5 guys together that were in a group, and they really laid him out hard. So yeah, that was probably not the best way to say that, but bad, I should say. I'm sorry. So yeah, it was kind of crazy. I mean, this guy's life was garbage, guys, from start to finish. It was garbage. I mean, I almost feel bad for him. Do not worry, Molly. Kids are always more important than me. I'm glad you got to see him. So yeah, guys, it's shitty life in general.
Stuff they are the old ladies into watching me, and not them or something. Like, why take them home? Leave them at in a bookstore, and then your old lady won't get pissed off.
Do you think a lot of men are jealous of you?
No, I don't think so.
Not many.
I
Some?
don't know that many men,
Men
but
are envious of you.
I don't think so.
I think they are.
Are you envious of me?
Yes.
I won't even answer
Will you
that.
make a few faces
No,
to the camera?
no,
Come on.
yeah.
Oh, come on.
No, I don't think. I
Do
think
you have
people being jealous of me is a totally irrelative thing. I think if they are jealous of me, it's part of the mystique of being somebody that I'm not, of being a person that's on celluloid. I'm two different people. I am myself, whom I portray on a natural level, being just acting idiotic and being natural, and then the other person is a fantasy, is a part of, it's a figment of somebody else's imagination. I am what you want me to be. If you are envious of what I am or do or can be, or
Good point, Nikki.
that's part of the mystique of why you pay attention to me, and that makes sales and makes people go to films and buy films. If you enjoy watching what I do, that is an interest level. Everybody has or sees into that character which I portray, which is not me. I'm just like anyone else. That's just somebody on film. Sorry about that. It's tough making the split sometimes. Like like when I go to the bathroom, I have total relativity of everything. When I sit on the throne, I am who I am. That's all what I am. But when I'm out on the street, it is sometimes difficult when being faced by fans or being faced by people with knives and guns, trying to explain to them that I'm two different people. They go, "Yeah, right. Where's the other guy? We want to kill him." And I go, "Sorry, that's me too."
So what happens when you go to bed with someone and you really want to go to bed with them because you enjoy that person? Don't they have like a great expectation of you?
Basically, for good, healthy, wholesome sex, I masturbate. You don't even have to brush your teeth.
Do you ever find women that can appreciate the difference in the character?
Uh, I don't think most relationships that I have on a one-to-one basis goes to that point of depth, which they try to find or ascertain the difference. Basically, they get involved with me for one reason, and it doesn't go beyond that. If it goes beyond that, then they're stepping out of their fantasy involvement with myself. And once they discover that I am not whom they think I am or whom I portray to be, then they back off.
Why?
Good taste, I suppose.
Have you ever been in love?
Have I ever been in love? Yeah, 5 times.
With who?
Old lady thumb and her 4 daughters.
Have you ever
I'm
honestly
teasing.
ever been in love?
No,
Never?
just twice.
And what kind of women were these?
One was a guy, and the other one was a woman.
What was the guy all about?
I don't know. It's me, and I've yet to find out about myself yet. And the other one was just a fickle foreign type.
What was wrong with her? Are you still in love with her?
No, I'm in love with everybody.
Are you in love with this, or were you ever in love with a singular woman?
Oh yes, thousands of times.
I mean, a person.
Am I beating around this question?
Yes.
You want to go to the next one?
No. I'd like you to answer the question.
Are we close to a run out?
Pretty close.
Okay, keep going.
I'm asking you if you've ever.
Yes, I have been in love. Yes,
with a foreign woman.
with everyone's foreign. Well, we all can't be American Indians.
I mean, would you mind sharing that with the public?
Yes, I would actually. I would like to just lay your tushies out in front of the
Would
world.
you mind sharing it with me? Because I'd like to know who it is.
Cut.
So that was really pathetic, guys. But like I said, it was very hard to find a normal interview because this guy was not normal. It's sad. The whole thing is sad. Again, guys, if you didn't see Boogie Nights, that movie is based on the story of this guy. So yeah, this is hard to find things that I can show you guys too, because it's rough. 1 second here. Um, all right, now this part here. One moment. This is
Moved into
in regards to Stephen Prince, who was also involved. And this is more footage from the place, so on and so forth. And I pray that I get to see it. Okay, all right, guys. Here we go.
the house with this woman who was a coke dealer, to put it nicely. The two of us rented this place on Wonderland together, and we moved in there, and I lived there for a couple of months, and these other characters showed up who were the least unreputable, and then eventually, through a series of real brilliant moves, the people who were living in the house thought it'd be a good idea if they ripped off this club owner that had all this coke and heroin and money and all
That is Eddie Nash, folks. Sorry, Heather. Thank you.
that stuff. The weak link in the pin here was John Holmes, who was buying dope from them, friends with this guy up on the hill, and they went and they ripped this guy up on the hill off, and went back, and John Holmes then went back up to the guy on the hill, Eddie Nash, and told him that, yeah, he was responsible. And Eddie Nash sent down his bodyguard, a bunch of other guys with a bunch of lead pipes, and they ended up bludgeoning to death everybody in the house.
There is evidence of ransacking in this room. Narcotics paraphernalia is evident on the coffee table directly above to the northeast of victim one.
We were living over on Olympic, and this news story comes on the television that this thing in Wonderland off of Lookout Mountain, and I'm sitting there and I'm going, I used to live right off of Lookout Mountain. And the whole TV crew set up, and it's on Wonderland Drive. I lived on that street. I was on that street, and the camera starts pushing in. This news camera. Hey, I was in the house next door to that house, and it keeps on going in further. Wait a second. Oh. People were bludgeoned to death in the bedroom that I was sleeping in, like not that long ago. It was poof. Yeah, that was a great house.
All right. And I had one more piece of info here.
Moved into the house.
All right, guys, here we go. Yeah, that guy reminded me of Steve Buscemi with his eyes. I don't know. I think it had to have been the eyes, but all right, this is the house. This was filmed in 2011, obviously after the fact. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Pookie. Right. Ooh, excuse me, and we're off. Oh, hold on. Sorry, folks. 1 second. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Here, let me start that over for you. This is just a walkthrough of the house real quick now. Well, in 2011, but yeah. What's up, Miss Tiffany? And the house looks exactly the same on the inside. I just can't believe that they were able to clean this place up because it was bad. Like I said, it's a pretty cool looking house in my opinion, but you know. That's it. So, does anybody have any questions about this now? Here's the deal with this. So, there's different variations of what went on with this, okay? One was that John Holmes and the crew, the Wonderland gang, were so bad into cocaine that they decided they knew because they would buy off of Eddie Nash, okay? John would specifically. And he knew what Eddie had, okay? So one of the variations of the story was that he went um, to Eddie's house, saw that he had what he had. They were running out of being able to find this stuff. They were doing so much of it, guys. Okay. So they came up with a plan that they were a couple of them that were going to go up and rob him because he was always drinking and doing this and doing that. And he had so much that they didn't think that he would catch on to it in a sense. Dumb. This is people on drugs say making these decisions. So they did, supposedly. And Eddie knew that John was involved because Eddie knew John, and nobody else would have known what he had except for John, based on the theory. And so he got John supposedly to, he got a hold of him and told him, this is what's going to happen. This is how it's going to happen. And you're going to stand there, or you're going to help, basically. They were going to go down and beat the hell out of these people, okay? And off them, per se, unalive them. And John was supposed to be involved in it. And supposedly all he did was stand there and watch. And that was his punishment for ripping off Eddie Nash, supposedly. I don't know the truth behind it. I don't know if he was involved or if he wasn't involved. After seeing the interview with this guy, it's really hard to believe that he could kill a fly. Okay, he just doesn't seem like he has the brain cells, the capacity to do something like that. But nobody knows. So that's the basic story. There's a couple different variations of what happened, so on and so forth. And here we are today. And it was a bloodbath, folks. As you saw, it was a bloodbath and a half, for sure. Very horrific. And then, like I said, I believe in karma. And being that he was involved, in a sense, I feel that he was punished in his own way because of the way his life ended and so on and so forth. I'm not saying that I feel that that should happen to anybody, that I think it was a good thing that it happened, but I'm just saying, you know, it kind of came back because he, in a sense, helped to unalive his friends in a way. Again, nobody really knows. The case is still unsolved all these 40 years later, and who knows, you know, who really knows the truth. If you guys really want a life story about this guy, the you know, Don Holmes, if you haven't seen this, This will help you a little bit. They kind of changed it up. It's based off of him. They added and pulled some things out of it, and they made it a lot more innocent than what the story was about him. It was all about money and drugs, Pookie. Every bit of it was about, and mostly drugs. It was mostly drugs because they were literally sucking the Los Angeles dry on cocaine. That's how much they were doing, guys. How they survived it, I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen anybody or heard of anybody doing that much cocaine in my life, but they did it. Well, that's a fact too, Pookie. Easy peasy. John is sleazy and cheese. Yeah, that's good. I like that. This is a trailer for the movie Boogie Nights, guys. If you want to check this out, it kind of explains him. Okay, if you haven't seen it, there it is. Sorry, guys. So, yes, I'm gonna have to probably edit that. That's okay. According to pictures, yeah, I know that was kind of weird, Red. That was my opinion. Like being Mark Wahlberg is like nothing, you know what I'm saying? And John Holmes was probably I think he was 6'2" or 6'3" or something, or 6'3" or 6'4", I think it was. Yeah. So, what's up, Red? Good to see you, bro. So back in the day, that amount would have been a monster about for him to do, and monster amount to try to buy his friends. Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. So as far as we're not going to draw parallels. Okay, well, we're not really like covering the case tonight. I was just kind of bringing the true story out. We can actually go over and cover this case if you'd like to at some point, and in that sense we can. What do you got as far as the parallels considered, Nikki? Like, give me a little explanation if you'd like. As far as what you'd like to do, I'd love to hear it. Yeah, he played a good part. He really did. I think Mark Wahlberg is probably one of the better actors of these times. I mean, he did this part for this movie. He played the sniper. He played in Rockstar. He did that part. I mean, he did so many different. He's so variable, guys, and he's so adaptable. Like he's a great actor in my opinion. So. And it's hard to believe that he started off as Marky Mark from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. You know what I mean? To see him now. I mean, it's crazy. He's done some really great films. I would love to. I have 6 pages of BK versus John Holmes. I could do so. We can do that. We can set that up. Not tonight, obviously, but we can definitely set that up. That's actually an interesting idea. I like that. And basically what she's saying, guys, is that we can compare this case to the Idaho 4 case. I got it. Definitely be a good show. So yeah, Nikki, we'll set that up. I'll even, if you want, you can even come up here with me and we can go through it together that way. And show you guys the likenesses, as I said, from the Wonderland murders to the Idaho 4 murders, guys, because there's a lot of likenesses to it. As I had said before, motive, we don't know at this point, but scene and fashion, and I mean, just there's a lot. So yeah, if you're down for that, Nikki, we can make a whole show out of that. I'll bring you up. I'll allow, we can work on that together and show everybody the parallels, as you call it, and it'd be an interesting show, I think. So I am down for it for sure. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to give you guys the true story behind the movie itself. And now that you guys know about it, we can go from there and then we'll make another show out of doing the other things. That sounds like a good thing to me. Excuse me. So does anybody have any kind of questions, thoughts, theories, opinions about this other than the fact that he was a puke? We all know that, I don't care, Nikki. That's perfectly fine. I mean, I give credit where credit's due at every aspect. Anytime anybody brings me anything or anybody does, but you'll be up here with me doing it, so it will be all you. If that's what you want to do, we don't have to do it. It was just an idea you threw out there, so I thought you want to do it. We can do it. That's fine with me. I made a comment up there. I'm sorry, Heather. Liberace's boyfriend has come out claiming to know the truth about the situation. Interesting. Which boyfriend? Do you know? Yeah, Nikki, personally, if you haven't been able to tell at this point, um, if you, I would never do something that somebody has put time and effort into and claim it to be mine. I don't do that kind of thing at all. And every time I share anything, the thing I put their name out there as well. I'm just not into that. I don't believe in that because people put hard work into things, and I don't. I don't believe in that at all. So it would be all you as far as that part of it goes, and then we can collaborate on here with it, and you can share it wherever you'd like to. I have no bones with that at all. Let me see something here. I think I heard something about that, Heather. Let me see. Yeah, Scott Thorson. Let's see here. All right, one moment here. All right. Yeah, I don't see anything about that there, but I could dig a little deeper and find that, Heather. It's. I mean, I could very well believe that, to be honest with you. Again, guys, if you haven't checked out Miss Heather's new channel, it's called Simply Heather X. Please show some love. She's great on here. She's going to be great there too. She deserves it. She works hard. So please show the love. Check her out. Subscribe, and you won't be disappointed, as I say. Also, guys, that Scott Thorson not only was Liberace's boyfriend, it was also said, this is a rumor, so who knows if it's true or not, that he was Michael Jackson's boyfriend from like 1979 to 1980. There's no proof on those, so we don't know, but it is what it is. Well, Nikki, that's your thought, theory, and opinion on everything. You're allowed to feel how you want, especially on here. That's if you're not empathetic, then don't be empathetic. You don't have to be. You think whoever what was, Nikki? What are you talking about? I think whoever that was blocked me. I just see Heather in red. Well, there's 16 people in here, so I don't know what you mean, but okay. Because we have Heather, you, Red, Kim Marin, Pookie's in here, Lena, Pamela, Brandy, Mikey. There's a bunch of people in here, Nikki. Can you link Heather's page? Yeah, I just right here. It's right there, Kim. Right on screen. So, all right, guys. Well, I guess nobody's got any questions really about it. So, but yeah, Nikki, we can put something together and cover that. I think that would be a good show. Yeah, Red and Heather were the last comments. So, me. Miss Tiffany's here too. Oh, of course. I just didn't see you up there. I didn't know if you were still here, hon. But yes, you're here. So, before we do the poll for tonight, folks, does anybody have any suggestions? Thank you, Kim. And thank you to anybody that did subscribe for Heather. She deserves it, folks. Does anybody have any suggestions for Thursday night before we go anywhere? Pookie said, "Yep." What is it, my dear? Let me know. I am curious. Okay, I gotcha. Anybody, anything, anywhere? Well, I mean, if there's movies on them, then we'll do them for sure. That's the. Oh no, I was just. Yep, I'm here. We need something current like missing people. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we do that stuff during the day, 100% Pookie. But like I said, if there's movies that have been put out, the whole basis of the series that I'm doing is if there's a movie that's been put out, Hollywood movie, whatever kind of movie has been put out, and they're based on a true crime story, okay, that's what we're doing. I'm telling the true story behind the movie that people have seen. So if we have that, then sure. Let me see here. One moment. By the way, I watched Disturbia. Was that one based on a true story? I think it was. That's a good point. I'll have to look into that one. And that's one I don't know about if it is. So yeah. All right. Wait, who is blocked? Sorry. Oh, nobody's blocked, hon. It was just a misunderstanding or a misinterpretation. Fire away your channel and you allow our choices always. Thanks for being. Oh, of course. No, this is your channel. I just run the channel. I say that all the time, Miss Tiffany. It's your channel, guys. I just run it. That's all it is. So of course it's your whatever you guys are interested in, whatever you want. That's why I do it. Um, there's a lot of them, guys. There really is. I'm trying to think. Um, I'm trying to remember that I was thinking about something last week and I can't remember. Um, Now they don't always have to be about serial killers either, guys. The movie Blow, by the way, is based on a true story. Goodfellas was based on a true story. The Untouchables was, I mean, there's a lot of like mafia based movies and stuff like that that are based on true stories. So we have those options as well. I know serial killers are interesting. I love it too, but there's other options that are based on true crime stuff. So, um, which one are you talking about, Miss April? Uh, there was a couple more I was trying to think of. Elizabeth Short is still alive. Uh, uh, yeah. Orphan. Yeah, yeah. True. That was definitely true. The movie Donnie Brasco, 100% true story. Oh, good Lord. The Irishman, another one that was true. Well, based on true events. Oh my goodness. Trying to think of. Well, there was that movie that came out. What's up, Sam A? Thanks for joining us. Someone said Charlie and the Chocolate. I mean, it very well could be, Heather. I had heard that somewhere too. Um, The Wolf of Wall Street was based on a true story. That movie with Matthew McConaughey. Oh, the Dallas, was it Dallas Buyers Club or something? That was based on a true story. Well, we did that one already, Black Dahlia. That was a great story. I'm trying to think. What can I do here? So, you know what? Let me look that one up, Heather. I mean, but it's not like a crime story, though. Um, but it'd still be interesting to know. Right. That's what I'm saying. It'd be interesting to know. Let me see something here. Or Strike. I'm sorry, not Heather. It is not based on a true story. Interesting. I heard that somewhere else before too, Strike. So I don't know. Okay, so oh yeah, that was one I was wanting to see something here. One moment, folks. I was looking something up here real quick. Oh, we talked about that already. It's partially based on the movie by Alfred Hitchcock, The Rear Window. Remember that? We looked that up at one point. So, which is another amazing movie, guys. You should watch that one just because you can. Um, there's a part 2 to that. Disturbia 2, Chris's Homecoming, the Disturbia trilogy. What? No way. No way. Hold on. I gotta see something. Because Disturbia is probably one of my favorite movies ever, guys. I don't know what it is. Give me a second here, guys. I'll be right back. All right, all right. Did I miss anything? Okay, good stuff. I figured you would. Okay. Well, there you are, Miss Heather. All right, so what are you talking about, Nikki? American Horror Stories. Yeah, I don't know about that one, but okay. Well, we got. I'll tell you. Let's see. Well, let's go with. That's a good one. I was actually thinking about that. Candyman. And there is a movie out about Gacy, so we're gonna go with those two. I can't think of the movie name. I'll have to find it again. I watched it twice now. So let's see here. We'll go with Candyman first and see what you guys think. It'll air on a day, Dago. Don't host at night. Maybe Wednesday. Again, what are you talking about? Okay. All right. I know, Rody. Esmeralda. What? Candyman. Yeah. It was I'll tell you what, the second one was kind of creepy, to be honest with you. They're good movies. Definitely good movies. Faux show. One more time and you are toast. Who you talking to? Me? What you talking about? Again, guys, please be sure to leave some DNA on the like button. Um, TV comparisons. Okay. So bees it. Share this out if you would, please, and please leave a comment after the fact and let me know what you think, don't think, what you feel or don't feel, however it works. Or wait, does it require a mirror? I don't remember. I don't remember. Bloody Mary. Is that what you're talking about? I know I'm lost. Yes, Red is gracing us with his presence tonight. I got you, Boogie. I got you. I appreciate you guys joining me tonight for this once again. It's always a decent time. As I said, guys, we are going to be kicking up the movie nights together. So Miss Heather's got some good links for us to find movies on. Once again, it is, Bloody Mary. I don't know really, though, if that's based on, I wouldn't say that's based on true crime, but it is a good one. It's a good legend. Creepy for sure. Different platform maybe, but hey, it is what it is. You said the thing's name twice. What's the thing? Okay, you guys took me way off my thought pattern. I forgot completely what I was thinking now. Oh, okay, gotcha. I don't think it is that the one you say it 3 times? Or was it 4? I know the Bloody Mary thing, that was 3 times, I think. Who knows, guys? I don't remember. Okay. Well, I ain't saying it, so it's all you. Discord is a pain in the butt, but like I said, when we do the movie night thing, Kim, as long as you guys have Discord, and of course you're a member, we're just gonna link you guys into it, have you come into the specific room on it, so you don't have to really worry about doing anything with it, and then we'll be just in there together, able to chat, watching the movie, whatever we're gonna do. So, Beetlejuice. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Let's see. Molly said it. Who else said it? Did somebody else say it? My cousin and my sister locked me in the bathroom with them while they did the Bloody Mary thing. We will just say bad stuff happened in that bathroom. I couldn't get out fast enough. I used to do that all the time when I was younger with my friends and stuff. Nothing ever came out of it. Good deal, Sammy. You'll be able to join us for movie night as well. That's going to be awesome. Again, guys, if you have not become a member, please think about it. It's only $2.99. It gives you the access to the access to the Discord with everybody else. Gonna get a little bitty link. I never post, but when I do, it will be Indigo. It isn't live specific days. I don't understand what you mean by that, Nikki. Thank you, Heather. Again, like she's saying there too, want to join the movie nights on Discord, become a member for only $2.99. There's the link for it, folks, if you'd like to, if you're not already. Most of you guys are already meatballs floating in the sauce with the rest of us. Loving my meatballs in the sauce, so forget about it. Let's do this. I got a true life story for you. It's about a mother of three who's going to scream bloody hell because her. Oh, I love you, Brandy. That's great. Been there, done that. We've all been involved in that story at least once in our life. And that's the other one, folks. Orphan. That story is a kicker, guys. It is. It is a kicker. And it's all based on true events. Crazy, crazy story. For real, though. And it's full-heartedly crime because she did some stuff. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I got you, Sammy. No worries, hon. I understand. And the second one, in my opinion, most sequels, but that one is more like a prequel, are not that great. That one was. That one was pretty good. Orphan 2. I kind of liked that one. Because it gives you a prequel to what, came before. Excuse me. Come on, poll. Vote, 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 vote. Whatever floats your boat, Miss Nikki. Do what you got to do, darling. All right, Miss Kim. You have a great night. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you soon. I think I can take that down. Have a great night, Kim. right, let's slow it down to a stop. So let's see what the deal is here. The answer to Candyman is 76% said yep, and 23 said nope. And the next one is Orphan. Always vote yes. It's all good, Rowdy. Well, why didn't you vote, Brandy? What was in there? And I told you guys about it. You guys, nobody listens to me. Nobody wants to hear my. I voted no for Henry. Okay. Good to know. We're done with that one. Other crazy ass story. Definitely. Yeah. Either way, like I said, guys, either way, we're going to do them both. It's just choosing when we're going to do them is what it is. No worries, Red. Well, Henry, like, we didn't watch the movie, Nikki. We just told the true story behind the movie. But now, when it comes to movie nights, we're definitely going to do polls on that to pick. That way we can get everybody on the same page as to, you know, who wants to see what and so on and so forth. So we shall see. Come on, gotta vote, guys. You gotta vote. Give me a vote. One of these days coming up too, by the way. I'm gonna try to do this on a regular basis too. Maybe once every couple months or whatever. Maybe once a month, who knows? But we're gonna have a Q&A with me, Mama Bear, and y'all, where you guys can ask us questions about things, and we'll give you answers if we have them, of course. Okay. Well, I gotta find out if there was a movie. Was there a movie put out about Kemper? I don't remember if there was or if there wasn't. If there was, I never saw it. The Manson one, I know there is. There's a couple actually. There was Helter Skelter, and there was a couple other like cheaper B-rated type movies that were put out about it. I'll have to look it up and see. But yeah, that would be fine, movie. Or I mean, Nikki, I'm sorry. If you really interested in doing it, then so be it. I'm sure you would be a good asset to have to talk about. One moment here. Some of them are, yeah. Well, thank you, Miss Tiffany. I appreciate that. And I am going to be doing one too about Dr. Fish himself, guys. That one's going to be interesting. Oh, there is. In 2008, there was a movie. Well, we'll be doing it then. Absolutely. There you go, Nikki. There's a movie from 2008, and it's basically titled Kemper. Very simply. Yeah, he was a bit of a mess, for sure. So, okay, Tiff, no problem. So yeah, we'll be doing that one because there's a movie on it. So, and it's called Kemper from 2008. If you guys want to check it out, get it into your belt for now, go for it because it's probably, I can't believe I didn't see it. Hmm. Yeah, he's interesting. The co-ed killer himself. All right, we're about the same spot. So let's see what we got. And then of course Helter Skelter and all those. So yeah, we'll be doing those two for sure. I mean, the Manson story is a given, you know. There's a movie out about another one that it wasn't really. I mean, he wasn't a serial killer per se. No, I got you, Rowdy. I understand. It's not weird. That's 100% understandable. The David Koresh story about Waco and the Branch Davidian. We're going to be doing that one too. For sure. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that story, but it was another whacked out story down in Texas, deep in the heart of Texas. All right, so, ooh, looks like Candyman it is. So that's your homework for Thursday, folks, is watch, if you can, the movie Candyman, and I will give you the true story behind it come Thursday night. Candyman. Again, tomorrow, folks, we are going to finish up what we started to this morning or this afternoon. I was late because of my internet, of course, but we're going to finish that up and delve into something else probably. Sorry that took so long today, but it was partially my fault because I got started late and then it just is a long thing. But again, Mind Juice has got some good stuff, guys. If you haven't checked him out, please do. He does. And like I said, with Mama Bear up here today, me and him are pretty much in the same book, on the same page, the same chapter about that stuff. So, telling you. And coming soon for all of you guys that didn't hear from before, I don't think Molly's still in here. If you are, say hey, Molly. But Molly will definitely be down for that one. But we're going to be catching up and I'm going to be pulling up and we're going over from the very first day to right this moment, the Summer Wells case, and redoing the whole thing, guys, and checking it out and seeing if we missed anything. And why does it look like I have bald spots in here? I hate that. That's why I don't like the different colors, because the gray looks like it's blank and it's I don't like it. But anyway, thank you, Heather. There she is. What's up, my Molly girl? So yeah, we are going to be recovering the Summer Wells case from beginning to now, guys, and seeing what we may have missed. Anything new that may fit into what we've already seen. We covered it pretty hard. Well, a lot of you guys weren't here with me at that point, but in the beginning, yes, she's always had two wrenches. She had her own wrench when she came in here. So, that's okay, hon. No worries. I just wanted to make sure you were here as I was talking about you. But yeah, and we're going to be looking at everything we can look at on that one, and warming it up again, because it has definitely gotten cold. And I don't like that at all. So we're going through that again. That's coming soon. We got some stuff to fill in the dots, guys. That's a fact. For a while. So we gonna be busy. Again, guys, Thursday night is going to be Candyman, the true story behind that. And tune in for that. Again, tomorrow, as I said, we will be doing the rest of what we were finishing up, what we were covering today, and something else will get thrown in there too. Does anybody have anything for me? Anything. Thank you, Heather. Anything at all. Thank you guys so much for joining me for these night streams. I do appreciate you so much. I hope you guys get something out of it, whether it be entertainment or whatever it is. I hope that you get anything out of it. I hope I'm not wasting your time. And I hope I give it to you the best way I can. And that's really what I want. And that's all. So, and I appreciate you guys for supporting my channel. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me reverse that. For supporting your channel and allowing me to run that channel for you guys, because you do. That's what this is all about. Thank you, Miss Heather. Anybody might be feeling want to, that's why it's not working. There's the Venmo, Cash App, and the PayPal links if you would feel up to it. Mr. Popper, been lurking all night. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for jumping and listening. Appreciate you so very much. And keeping your eyes open. Hope you're doing good, brother. And I hope that you all have an amazingly wonderful rest of your night. And I think that's probably going to do it for tonight, folks. Nobody seems to have anything else for me. He's always incognito, Heather. I told you guys a long time ago, he's always watching. Always watching. You can almost guarantee if you say his name, he'll pop in there. Thanks, Heather. Again, guys, anybody that has not checked him out, please check out the social platforms that we have out here. Facebook, Instagram, and the TikTok. Check them out. See what you think. That's about it, guys. Moderators, as always, thank you so very much. You guys are amazing. All of you guys. Love you guys to death. Once again, for supporting the channel. You guys are amazing people. Don't forget to love yourselves, love each other, and don't change a thing about yourselves, because you are the beautiful people. And one more time, become an official meatball, folks. Become a member of the family. Okay. It's $2.99. You become a member. You have the exclusive Discord chat and movie nights that are coming up, and we can all hang together for that one. Miss Lena. Yeah. God. It is what it is. Your trip. All right, guys. I love you guys all. Have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be good, folks. Bye-bye.